I apologize for that. I did not realize that I did have my mic moved. Thank you for telling me. No, that's not just you, Zach. That was on my end. I forgot to unmute the microphone. That was my bad. Cody Moore able to get to 12th with a 22.64. There we see Blake Hensley practicing his pit stop. Actually looks like he ended up missing pit road. On his second lap, Cody Moore was able to get to 8th with a 22.54. I got you again. That was just my bad there. I had forgotten to unmute the microphone when I started the stream, but hopefully it should be good now. Again, I apologize. We see Cassie Williams says, let's go Colin and Mather. See right now, Colin Williams sitting in that 11th place spot with a 22.60 as his best lap time. That's about 0.3 off of first place driver Blake Hensley. Nick Mather had a 22.74. That's about 0.4 off of first place Blake Hensley. Both of them have solid top 10 cars here tonight. Let's see what both of them do. We got Nick Ford on track right now in the 0-2. Let's see what he can do in his lap time. See Nick Ford able to get to 16th with a 22.84. Still about 0.5 off of first place Blake Hensley. Let's see if Nick Ford can improve here. Second lap for Nick Ford. See, Joe Wright, even though he's completed both of his required lap times, he's staying out and getting a little bit of extra practice time. And, I mean, I can definitely understand that. Richmond is a very, very tricky track, so these drivers need to get all the practice time that they can get. So, looks like Blake Hensley will be starting on the pole here tonight with a 22.31. What a great lap time for that 31 machine. Definitely one of the favorites to win tonight's event. All right, the field is set. Let's go ahead and talk about your starting lineup. Starting on the pole with a 22.308 in the 31 machine, it's Blake Hensley. Outside of him in that 98 machine, it's Stephen Black. And third, it's the 2 of Isaiah Gill. Outside of him, it's Intensity Broadcasting Zone Logan Hagerman in fourth. And then rounding out your top 5, we have Will Witt in the 35. In sixth place, member of the Mays Mafia, we have the 55 of Kyle Mays. Seventh is Brian Nudie in the 48th. We have Cody Moore. Ninth is the 5 of Bobby Mays, and then rounding out your top 10, we got the 8 machine of Eddie Morris. In 11th, we got the YXU Racing machine of Colin Willems. 12th is Cameron Austin. Running that 13th spot, we got Dylan Redding in the 11 machine. 14th is Canada's Nick Mather. Rounding out your top 15, we have Dave Wright. In 16th, we have Nick Ford in the 02. 17th is Derek Chaput in the 37. In 18th, we have Joe Wright in the 82. 19th is Zachary Cox. And then rounding out your top 20, we have the 95 of Michael Provolt. In 21st, we have Devin Buccino in the 68. 22nd is Intensity Broadcasting Zone Josh Hall. 23rd is Brian Merle Jr. 24th is Sylvan Seguin. And actually, it's looking like Sylvan Seguin in 24th will be starting last. So we have 23 fast cars in the field tonight. I believe Sylvan Seguin is adminning tonight because he did not grid. So we have 23 cars on track. Only one can win. I'm going to be especially watching these playoff drivers. Or chase drivers as they're trying to advance their way to the next round. If you get a win, you will advance to the next round. So, again, Blake Hensley starting on the bottom. Stephen Black starting on the top. Let's see how this one goes. This should be fun. Richmond, very, very difficult track. I think we're going to see a lot of drivers getting loose on track. And we're definitely going to see the best of the best rise to the top of the field. All right, pace car will be pulling in this time by. And we will see Blake Hensley start our green flag action. Our start will be on the leader, so when Blake Hensley goes, the rest of the field will be, or actually, starters on green, so when the green flag comes out, the rest of the field will be able to go. After that, whoever is leading, whoever it might be, will control the start. Definitely watch out behind Hensley and Black. That's going to be Logan Hagerman and Isaiah Gill. They're looking to try to get wins and advance to the next round. There we go. Pace car is in. And green flag is out here at Richmond Raceway. We are green flag racing now. Blake Hensley with the nose over Stephen Black. As we head into turns 1 and 2, he gets a good run and he is able to get clear now. And all we see is Blake Hensley is loose on lap 1. Caution flag is out. And it is now time for the Wreckage Rewind presented by Marco's Pizza. Funny enough, I actually did have Marco's Pizza here tonight. Definitely recommend it if you're thinking about getting some pizza. Make sure to visit their website at marcospizza.com. So here we go. On the start, we were side by side between Blake Hensley and Stephen Black heading into turns 1 and 2. And then heading in the corner, we see Hensley starts to showing signs of getting loose. Car starts going around, and there we go. The car is fully around. Stephen Black just gets loose. Turn 1, lap 1. Probably because of those cold tires. And yep, just gets loose onto the bottom. Definitely unfortunate now for Blake Hensley, but he did not fall down a lap, looks like, so he's going to be looking to try to get back up front. Got a shout out for Kyle Mays. Go 55. Right now, Kyle Mays is sitting in that 5th place spot. Definitely has a solid top 5 car here tonight, and maybe even looking to pick up a win here to advance to the next round in the chase. Michael Lawrence says, boo, I couldn't make it. Sorry to hear that, Michael. But I do think this may be a wreck fest here tonight. There's always next week, though. We see everybody in the top 5 has gained 1 position since the green flag dropped, just because Blake Hensley, after he went around. I don't think that Hensley hit the wall and had any damage. It looks like actually Blake Hensley's currently stopped on the front stretch. I don't know what happened. I don't know if there's some timing and scoring issues or he might be a lap down. See, Mark Shaver says, I wished I was there tonight. Man, sorry to hear that you ended up missing tonight's event, Mark. But like I said before, I think this is going to be a crazy one with a lot of cars getting into incidents and stuff. I mean, we've already seen one on lap number 1. Sorry to hear that you missed tonight's race, Mark. We got another one. Brandon White says, I missed it by 5 minutes. Man, so I'm sorry to everyone that missed tonight's event. Michael Lawrence, Mark Shavers, Brandon White. Was it because of the update? I know I was going to get into an official race at 4 o'clock, and like I had like a huge update for the new LA Coliseum and everything that also came with that update. So I ended up missing that official race. I know a few people probably ended up missing tonight's event just because of that big update that we had. I got you, Brandon. Well, still, thank you for tuning in. Smack Lawrence says, "Love life comes first." Gotcha. Well, still, guys, thank you for tuning in to watch the broadcast, even though you weren't racing tonight. Definitely appreciate it. And now, pace cars in. We're getting ready to go back green here. And the real green flag is back out there. We see Stephen Black taking off. He is able to get clear of Isaac Gill, but we see Gill not letting Black get away. We see Gill, he's running a little bit higher, about a groove higher than where Black is running at. Let's see if that works out for that 2 machine. We see Black is blocking Gill, trying to prevent him from getting by him. We see Gill, he came up the track a little bit. That's going to slow him down. See if Isaac can reel back in Stephen Black here. Stephen Black, oh, wow, Dave Wright has ran the fastest lap time of tonight's event with a 23.20. Dave currently sitting in that 14th spot. I mean, with that speed, we should see him work his way up to the field pretty quickly. We see right now Isaac Gill trying to reel in Stephen Black for that first place spot. Let's see what Gill tries to do here. Blake Hensley just ran the fastest lap time of the race with a 22.65. I know Hensley is sitting in that 21st spot because he got into an incident on lap 1. Hensley looking to try to work his way up to the field here. And we know he has the speed, as we saw that scorching hot lap time right there with a 22.65. Then we saw Stephen Black. He beats that with a 22.43. Stephen Black, your current leader, trying to use that speed to hold off Isaac Gill. See right now Kyle Mays trying to reel in Logan Hagerman for that 3rd place spot. Let's see what Mays tries to do here. Mays restarted in that 5th place spot, so he was able to get by Nudie, now trying to get by Hagerman. We see right now 55 trying to set up a pass, maybe trying to look down low here in turns 1 and 2. Gets a good run but can't get under the 7, still just trying to set up that pass, maybe arcing, diamond in the corners a little bit to get better drive off the corner. We see now Isaiah Gill has been able to catch Stephen Black for that 1st place spot. Gill restarted on the outside front row on this last restart, just hasn't been able to get by Black here. I know Gill, he loves these short tracks. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he actually won the race at Martinsville earlier in the season here in the SCSRA Xfinity Series, so he's definitely good at these short tracks. Gill has also shown he's good at the road courses as well. So, I mean, any track where there's a lot of heavy braking, getting the car woed down, Isaac Gill is pretty good at it. And he's showing it here. Oh, and we see another yellow flag is out. Looks like Joe Wright has crashed. Dylan Redding has crashed. So we will take a look at what happened here. With the Marco's Pizza Wreckage Rewind. So here we go. We were side by side between Joe Wright and Dave Wright. We see Dylan Redding there as well in front of them. And then we see Joe, He comes up the track a little bit, makes contact with Dave. We see Dylan gets into the wall, and then this is just going to create this big pileup. Let me rewind it again and get a better angle from Joe's perspective. Yeah, we just saw Joe just came up the track a teensy bit. And that's what brought out our second caution of the night. That just created a big domino effect. So we are now back under caution. We see a lot of drivers currently into the pits. Blake Hensley, Dave Wright, Joe Wright, Brian Merle Jr., Devin Buccino. I know a lot of them were involved in that most recent incident, so I don't think that's scheduled pit stops. Question, when are drivers like Stephen Black and Isaiah Gill going to come in? To be honest with you, if we keep seeing cautions, I think these drivers will be able to make it on one stop. Probably at around the halfway point. And if we do have a green flag run, it may be about 10 or 20 laps earlier. That's my prediction. I don't know what the average pit stop window is, but that was kind of my prediction from some of the previous short track races I've announced recently with these Xfinity cars. I know up front we have a lot of good tire savers. I mean, between Stephen Black, Isaiah Gill, Logan Hagerman. In fact, let's take a look at our current top 5 right now. See Stephen Black running in that first place spot. In second, it's Isaiah Gill. In third, it's Logan Hagerman. Fourth place is Kyle Mays. And then rounding out your top 5, we have Brian Nudie in that 40 machine. So far, it's been pretty much Stephen Black up front. After we saw Hensley got into an incident, Black took the lead, and he's just been leading ever since. Mark Shaver says, Marco's Pizza, yum. Funny enough, I actually had Marco's Pizza tonight. And tonight was the race where we have the Marco's Pizza Wreckage Rewind, and of course, had to get the peppers, onions, and mushroom, or pepperoni, onions, and mushrooms on one. And then I found another good combination that some of you may have to try. It's pretty good. It's pepper, pineapple, and ham. And that's also very good. So if y'all are thinking about getting some pizza, make sure to definitely go get some Marco's Pizza. You can visit their website at marcospizza.com. Green flag is back out here at Richmond Raceway. There we see Stephen Black taking off. He is able to get clear of Isaiah Gill, but we see Isaiah Gill getting a big run here in 1 and 2. He comes down to the bottom now, trying to set up the pass on Black. We see Black throwing some blocks, but it's not enough. We see Gill is able to get under that 98 machine. Gill to the rear quarter panel as we come off of turn 4. Gill still right there as we're getting ready to head into turns 1 and 2 here. We see side by side here in 3 and 4. We see Isaiah Gill with the nose. Ooh, making a little bit of contact there. Man, some tight racing for this first place spot. Neither driver giving one another an inch here. Gill with a little bit of the nose off of turn number 2, and he is able to get clear. Isaiah Gill to first place now. Stephen Black not letting him get away, though. I think we're going to see these two continue to battle. We see Stephen Black take a look down low as we head into turns 1 and 2. Black running that bottom groove, trying to get to the rear quarter panel of that 2 machine. What is Stephen going to do here? We see Isaiah Gill is able to get a 3/10 gap now over Stephen Black. We see Mark Shavers says, come on, cheeseburger. Michael Lawrence says, I'm a Newt guy. Let's see, where is Brian Newty right now? Brian Newty currently sitting in that 4th place spot. He actually has Cody Moore reeling him in right now for that 1st place spot. So we'll watch this battle, see how it progresses. Tyler Ridley says, Marco's Pizza is delicious. Agreed. I can confirm because I had it tonight. It is very good. Definitely recommend getting you some Marco's Pizza. Mark Shaver says, ooh yeah, call that a California Hawaiian. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what it is. The green pepper is the California, and then got the Hawaiian. The Hawaiian is the ham and the pineapple. Definitely like the name. I had never considered giving the combo a name, but I like it. The California Hawaiian. Michael Lawrence says, I love Hawaiian pizza. Well, make sure next time you get Hawaiian pizza, if you go to Marco's Pizza, make sure to get the green, or if you go anywhere, that is, especially Marco's Pizza, make sure to just try putting green peppers on it. That's just, it adds a little crunch to it, and it adds some good texture. Definitely recommend putting green peppers on your Hawaiian pizza. Gotta try it, Michael. We see Cody Moore still trying to set up a pass on Brian Newty. Brandon White says that it will be cold by the time it gets here. That's why you got to go there and get takeout or pick it up from inside the store. So it's nice and hot and fresh when you get it. You see Cody Moore taking a look to the high side now, trying to set up a pass down low on Brian Newty for that 4th place spot. Michael Lawrence says, will do when I find a Marco's. Man, you don't have a Marco's near you? Well, maybe that means you gotta franchise one. Maybe you should open your own Marco's, Michael. See Brian Newty trying to take a look down low under that 7 machine. Ah, man. Shaver says, I'm always racing. I never get to hang in the chat. Well, it's always a fun time here in the YouTube chat. We talk about racing here in the booth, and we also like to talk about pizza and anything else that comes up. So welcome to the chat, Mark Shavers. You got Brian Newty still trying to set up a pass on Logan Hagerman. Cody Moore is right behind that 40 machine. Let's see what Cody tries to do here. I think we saw Newty actually got into the outside wall a little bit there. That seemed to slow him down a little bit. Cody Moore maybe looks like he's kind of trying to diamond the corners a little bit to get better runoff and get under that 40 machine. Side by side here in turns 1 and 2 between Brian Newty and Cody Moore. We see Moore with the nose coming off of turn number 2. And, ooh, they're still pretty much side by side. There we go. He is clear. Cody Moore to the 4th place spot now. Side by side for 5th between Brian Newty and Cameron Austin. See Cameron Austin trying to look low under that 40 machine. Let's see what Austin tries to do here all over the back bumper of the 40. He takes a look down low, trying to set up a pass here through 3 and 4, and he is able to get to the rear quarter panel of that 40 machine now, the 77 with the nose coming off of turn number 4. We see Austin getting a good run, and right behind them we see Colin Willems is there. He is able to get clear now. Cameron Austin to the 6th place spot, side by side for 6th place now between Brian Newty and Colin Willems. We see Willems with the nose over Nudie getting a good run off of turn number 4. And he is able to get clear. Willems to the 6th place spot. Now, man, in the past couple laps, the floodgates have just really opened for Brian Nudie. He's lost position after position. Hopefully, Nudie can get that 40 car back together and work his way back up through the field. We see Cody Moore is able to get by his co-host on the Logan and Cody show, Logan Hagerman, and now Cody Moore is in 3rd. Let's check back in on our YouTube chat. Michael Lawrence says, I need a cheeseburger special. What would you put on your cheeseburger special, Michael? I mean, what all would you put on your pizza? First race I've missed in months. Man. Let's see. Mark Shavers. 40 is dragging a tire. Let me look to see if I notice anything here in the corner. Yeah, I can kind of see it a little bit. Let me look on the rear, see if I notice anything. Yeah, it does look like Nudie is dragging the tire a little bit. I mean, I don't know what would cause it. It's a fixed setup, so can't really make any adjustments to make to lower the left side a little bit. Special sauce, hamburger, pickles, and cheese. Now that would be, I'd say that would be very, very good on a pizza, just using, well, what you would do, Mark, I think what you would do is you would put the Big Mac sauce instead of the tomato sauce, and then do the ground up hamburger, pickles, and then, of course, the cheese. And, gosh, that would be very, very good. Man, that would be great. Now you made me hungry, Michael. Thanks a lot. Nah, I don't even think you need bacon. You just need the ground up hamburger, the pickles, the cheese, and then the special sauce as instead of the tomato sauce, and you're good. And you're good. Right now we see Cameron Austin trying to set up a pass on Logan Hagerman for that 4th place spot. We see Austin taking a look down low under that 7 machine. Side by side coming off of turn number 4. We see Hagerman is able to get clear of that 77, but still Cameron Austin showing he is very, very fast right now in that 77 machine. And we are side by side here in 3 and 4 between Cameron Austin and Logan Hagerman. On the front stretch, we see they're still side by side. A little bit of a nose right now. And getting a good run. Can Cameron Austin get clear of Logan Hagerman? We got the 7 versus the 77. And he does. Cameron Austin to the 4th place spot now, side by side for 5th between Colin Willems and Logan Hagerman. We see Willems with the nose. He is able to get clear. So Colin Willems into the top 5 now. And looks like we have a battle for 6. Brian Nudie taking a look down low under that 7 machine. Brian Nudie running that bottom groove, trying to get under that 7 machine. Getting to the rear quarter panel. Let's see. Dayton Weiss chimes in. He says, needs onion and bacon on the cheeseburger pizza. Yeah, I mean, onions would definitely be a good touch. Yeah, maybe some bacon bits. I could see where that would be some bacon, yeah. And Michael Lawrence says, great racing, boys. Yes, this has been some great racing so far here tonight. We've only seen 2 cautions in 50 laps, for Richmond is absolutely incredible. After our first 2 cautions, it's just been some good, clean racing, a lot of give and take. And, I mean, that's definitely what we've come to expect from the SCSRA, just a lot of good, clean racing. I mean, before tonight's event, we probably, in the last 5 races, we probably had a combined 5 cautions. I mean, these drivers know how to run some clean races and keep it clean, and that's what I've always loved about the SCSRA series is we get some long green flag runs, some good clean racing, and that's a lot of what we are seeing tonight. See Colin Willems trying to set up a pass on Cameron Austin for that 4th place spot. We see Willems tries to look high to the high side of that 77. Trying to set up that pass here. And we have officially gone past 50 laps, and we'll take a look. Here's your current top 5. Here's what it's looking right now. Isaiah Gill sitting in 1st. 2nd place is Cody Moore. In that 3rd place spot, it's Stephen Black. 4th is Cameron Austin. And then rounding out your top 5 right now, it is Colin Willems. And we'll also do a chase driver roundup. Here's where all your chase drivers are at. We see Isaac Gill is in 1st. Cody Moore is in 2nd. Then we see Cameron Austin is in 4th. Colin Willems 5th, Logan Hagerman 6th, Brian Newty 7th. Then Bobby Mays is in 9th. Devin Bucciano is in the 11th place spot. Kyle Mays is in 12th. Then it's Nick Mather in 14th. Dylan Redding in 16th. Michael Provel in 19th. And yes, that is going to do it for where our chase drivers are at. So right now our highest driver in the chase is Isaiah Gill. Lowest is Michael Provel. Isaiah Gill, if he wins tonight, he will advance to the next round of the chase. So Isaiah Gill is hoping to hold on to this lead. Of course, if we do see some green flag pit stops come out, we know Cody Moore very good at pit strategy. We might see Cody Moore try to outpit Gill here. We've seen him do it before. Oh. Oh. Okay. Well, that's even better. So, I do want to correct myself. Thank you to Michael Lawrence. We will not have rounds. It's just going to be like the old playoff format in NASCAR where whoever's just the points leader at the end of the chase will win the championship. So thank you for correcting me there, Michael. Yeah, in my opinion, that's even better. Got Brian Newty trying to reel in Logan Hagerman for that 6th place spot. 2 drivers that have kind of had the floodgates open for them. See Brian Newty trying to set up a pass here through 1 and 2. Newty's running about the same line as Hagerman. We see Newty's coming down to the bottom a little bit earlier than Hagerman. We'll see how that will affect Newty here. And oh, this changes everything. A yellow flag is out. So it's now time for the Marco's Pizza Wreckage Rewind. We'll take a look at exactly what happened here. All right, here's a look at the incident. So right now we're watching Brian Merle Jr. He's got Nick Ford under him. Ooh. Let me rewind that there. So we see Nick Hugh is running on that white line. And looks like Merle Jr. He slides down a little bit. The two just get together, and that's going to send Brian around. Looks like Michael Provolt was able to get by. And oh no! Your second place driver, Cody Moore, he actually ended up getting involved in that incident. So that is definitely unfortunate there. We actually have green flag pit stops going on right now. The whole field into the pits. So whoever comes off the pits first will be in that first place spot. And there we go. We see Isaiah Gill exits the pits in first. Then it is actually, let's see, second place, or second off of the pits is Cody Moore. Then it's Cameron Austin. Then it's Stephen Black. Then it's Colin Willems. But in a little bit of, I thought Provolt had stayed out and gained some positions. He did not. So now our top five is looking like this. Isaiah Gill, Cody Moore, Stephen Black, Cameron Austin, and Colin Willems. There we see Provolt coming in now. Michael Lawrence says, ouch, those lap cars are going to be a factor. I agree. Isaiah Gill caught your last place driver fairly quick after the last restart. So I do agree with you, Michael. Lap cars are definitely going to be a factor. We may see, drivers try to use them as a pick and stuff like that. We might see some of our leaders get into incidents with the lap cars. Cody Moore, his front end has just been ripped off the car, unfortunately. Yep, there you go. You can see, wow, that's definitely unfortunate for Cody Moore. Question is, will the damage... Mark Shaver says, hey, Cody didn't take a quick repair. No, it's on the car. Yeah, I noticed that. That is an interesting move there by Cody Moore. Question is, will the move pay off? I'm wondering if the fact that the aerodynamics, since the aerodynamics, they're going to be a little bit messed up on that 52 car. We'll see if that affects his speed any. I know Cody Moore, he's been fast all night, but with the whole front end ripped off, that's just, I think that may slow him down here. Car's looking more like a modified than an Xfinity car. Gosh, that's weird to look at. See, Merck Shaver says, cheeseburger, Atlee Shavers broadcast and spot team, LOL. Yeah, I mean, that's what it's been for tonight's event. I've been the play-by-play announcer, and then y'all two have kind of been the analysts, you could say. This has been a fun race so far. I've definitely enjoyed it. Pace car is in. Green flag is back out here. There we see Isaiah Gill taking off. He is able to get clear of Cody Moore. We see Cody Moore trying to set up the pass here on that second place driver. Let's see what Moore tries to do here on the backstretch. Maybe trying to set up a pass for turns 3 and 4. We see Cameron Austin there as well. Austin trying to set up a pass on Cody Moore. Austin running that bottom line, just trying to get a good run and get under that 52 machine. We see Cameron gets a little bit loose off of turn number 4. That didn't seem to affect him too much. And, oh, we see some cars going off track. I don't know if that will bring out a caution or not. See Stephen Black trying to reel in Cameron Austin for that third place spot. See a lot of drivers running some fast lap times. With these fresh tires. We see right now Cameron Austin continuing to try to reel in Cody Moore for that second place spot. So we are actually going to take a quick break here and do pump up the intensity. You'll get to hear the sounds and sights of the racetrack. Turning up that volume. Here we go. There you go. That is going to do it for Pump Up the Intensity. Hopefully you enjoyed us turning up the volume here. But we are back to the green flag action. We did see Michael Lawrence says, I had my Discord going. I'd try to get inside scoops. Mark Shaver says, I am in the Maze Mafia. Yeah, I mean, if y'all want to hop into like a voice channel or something, get the inside scoop on what's going on, definitely feel free to. It'll definitely make my job easier wondering things. We do see a side-by-side battle right now between Cody Moore and Cameron Austin. We see right now Austin with the nose over Cody Moore on the back stretch. And he is able to get clear Cameron Austin now to that second place spot. I am very, very surprised. I mean, Cody Moore is as fast as he is right now, considering he has his old front end off. We see Stephen Black trying to reel in Cody Moore for that third place spot. Let's see what Black tries to do here. Stephen looking high, looking low, trying to set up that pass. See Black able to get to the rear quarter panel, side by side between Stephen Black and Cody Moore coming off the corner. See Cody Moore with a little bit of a nose. But that is kind of funny though, because Cody Moore does not even have a nose on the car. We see Stephen Black getting a good run back on the bottom. And he is able to get clear Stephen Black to that third place spot now. Side by side for fourth between Colin Willems and Cody Moore. Ooh. And there we go. We see Colin Williams is able to get clear of that 52 machine. And see what Cody tries to do here. I think we might see, and oh, we're side by side between Cody Moore and Logan Hagerman now. And oh no! Yellow flag is out! So it is now time for the Marco's Pizza Wreckage Rewind. All right, so right now we are watching Derek Chaput in that 37 machine. He doesn't have anyone around him, so I get the impression that he got loose coming off of turn number 2. Yes, he does. There we see Chaput's car starting to show signs of going around, and there you go. He's officially around. Straight into the inside wall. Ooh. Major contact there for the 37. We actually do see a few drivers coming into the pits here. We see Kyle Mays is in the pits, Brian Newty, Cody Moore, Zachary Cox, Michael Provolt. So that's a little bit of a gamble coming in right now. Let's see if it pays off. So right now, Isaac Gill is your current leader. Here is a look at your current top 5. We see Isaac Gill in first, Cameron Austin in second. In that third place spot, it is Stephen Black. Fourth place is right now Colin Williams, and then rounding out your top 5, we have Logan Hagerman. So far, we've really seen only 3 leaders that have dominated tonight's event. It's been, or really 2, Blake Hensley started on the pole. He ended up spinning on the first lap and hasn't really been able to work his way up through the field. Stephen Black was leading for a little bit, and we saw a big battle between Isaiah Gill and Stephen Black. Gill was able to get by, and ever since then, Isaiah has been your leader, and when the caution flag came out, he had a 2-second lead over the rest of the field. So Isaiah doing a great job here tonight. All right, we are getting ready to go back green here. Isaac Gill restarting on the top. Cameron Austin restarting on the bottom. Behind them, it's Colin Williams and Stephen Black. Now, I said Cody Moore's car looked like a modified, but look at Devin Buccino's number 68 machine. Now, that looks like a modified. He has the hood completely off. Green flag is back out here at Richmond Raceway. We see both Isaac Gill and Cameron Austin getting great restarts, but we see Cameron Austin is able to get clear of Isaac Gill. We are side by side for second between Isaac Gill and Colin Williams, but we see Gill is able to get clear. Stephen Black taking a look down low under Colin Williams for that third place spot. Black is unsuccessful in getting under that 17 machine. And we see Stephen Black trying to get by Colin Williams still for that third place spot. Black running that bottom groove, just trying to get a good run on the bottom and get under that 17 machine. Will Witt, a driver who was very, very fast in qualifying. We're watching him right now battle with Cody Moore for that 5th place spot. Cody Moore was able to get by him, and now Will Witt has fallen to 6th. But Will Witt has had a great race tonight, has been running in the top 10 for a lot of tonight's event. And I know Will, he showed, looks like Colin Williams has fallen behind a little bit. Isaiah Gill has fallen behind a little bit. Colin Williams is reeling him in for that 2nd place spot. Cody Moore is there as well. 2nd, 3rd, and 4th right now is YXU Racing drivers. See right now Colin Williams running that bottom, trying to get under the 2. There we see Cody Moore take a look down low under Colin Williams for that 4th place spot, side by side, coming off of turn number 4. Great battle going on right now. And there we go. He is able to get clear Cody Moore to the 3rd place spot now. So now Cody Moore, he's taking a look down low under Isaiah Gill for that 2nd place spot. And there we go. We see Cody is able to get clear Cody Moore now to that 2nd place spot. We see Colin Williams now trying to reel in Isaiah Gill for that 3rd place spot. Floodgates have kind of opened for that 2 machine. Mark Shaver says, if it stays green, 52 has it. If not, it opens it for everyone. I mean, we've only seen 3 cautions here tonight, but I don't know. Anything can happen here at Richmond. Let's see what Cody Moore looks like. Cody Moore side by side with Cameron Austin for that 1st place spot, and he is able to get clear Cody Moore to first. Oh! No way. Caution flag is out. No way. I was literally just talking about how, I mean, we've only had 3 cautions tonight. I think we should be green for the rest of the race. Anything can still happen at Richmond. And then we saw a yellow flag came out. Man. I guess I put the announcer jinx on somebody. Let's see who it is. Right now we're watching Kyle Mays. He was running on the high side. Looks like Devin Buccino coming off the corner. I think he thought he was going to get clear of Kyle Mays, but the 2 make some contact, and then we see Blake Hensley goes around. Gosh. Blake Hensley has had a nightmare night tonight. Dylan Redding into the outside wall. Dave Wright getting involved. Luckily, Joe Wright was able to make it through. But definitely unfortunate there. We see a lot of drivers coming in to the pits. Zachary Cox, Stephen Black, Isaiah Gill, Will Witt, Colin Williams, Bobby Mays, Devin Buccino, and Nick Mather. And looks like Zachary Cox was able to exit the pits off first. Then it was Isaiah Gill. Then it was Colin Williams. Then it was Stephen Black. Then it was Will Witt. So now we see Cody Moore is in the lead here. And here's a look at the current pit strategy. We see Cody Moore. He's on 15-lap tires. Cameron Austin, 36. Brian Nudie, 15. Logan Hagerman, 36. Eddie Morris, 36. And then now from Zachary Cox to, I believe, Devin Buccino, they all have fresh tires. Yes, they do. So Yes, here we go is right. I definitely think Cody Moore probably would have won it just because he had way fresher tires compared to everybody else. But now with the fact that everybody came in, they have fresher tires now than him, we should see drivers like Colin, Steve, and Isaiah, work their way up through the field. We should see what happens here. I mean, this is going to be a wild last few laps here. It's going to be a shootout, that's for sure. And also, I mean, you know what they say, cautions breed cautions. This may not be the last caution here tonight. Worksheet did 77 pit. Cameron Austin did not pit this time by. The last time he pitted was 37 laps ago. So Cameron Austin on 37 lap tires, while rest of your top three, Cody Moore, Brian Newty is on 16 lap tires. So to answer your question, Cameron Austin, he did not pit this time by. Last time he pit was 36 laps ago. All right, we are getting ready to go back green here. Lights on the pace car are off. If caution comes late, he's going to be super fast. Well, I mean, you know what they say, cautions breed cautions. There's definitely a chance that we see another caution. If that's the case, then definitely watch out for that 77 machine. Pace car is in. Green flag is back out, and there we see Cody Moore taking off. He is able to get clear of Cameron Austin. We are side by side for third between Brian Newty and Logan Hagerman. We see Brian Newty is able to get clear now. Newty to the rear quarter panel of that 77 machine. Side, oh, there we see Austin, he gets clear. Newty still, though, trying to set up that pass for that second place spot. Newty with a little bit fresher tires compared to Cameron Austin. And there we go. We see Newty running that bottom groove. He is able to get under the 77 side by side, coming off of turn number 2. But looks like once again Cameron Austin is able to get back clear. We see Newty take another shot down low under the 77. Brian Newty with the nose over second place Cameron Austin. Ooh, there we go. He gets clear. Brian Newty now to that second place spot. There we see Joe Wright into the top 5. Oh, he got onto the apron there. All of a sudden, I just saw him poof, pop into the frame. He's currently battling with Isaiah Gill for that fourth place spot. We see Gill take a look down low. He is able to get clear of Joe Wright now. Isaiah Gill reeling in Cameron Austin. Definitely watch out for Isaiah Gill. He has those fresh tires, and he should be able to work his way up to the field here. We see Gill taking a look down low under Cameron Austin for that third place spot, and he is able to fly right by. He is clear. Isaiah Gill now to that third place spot. We see Colin Willems also is able to get clear of Cameron Austin. Devin Buccino trying to get clear as well. Michael Lawrence says, man, Newty on the move. Yeah, right now, Brian Newty to that second place spot. I mean, he has been running the top 5 for a lot of this race, but, I mean, I don't think he's been in the top 2 here. I don't think that will last for long, however, as Isaiah Gill has reeled him in for that second place spot. See Gill taking a look down low, side by side between the two. Oh, the two make a little bit of contact. There's Brian Newty. Oh, no, they're beating and banging. Oh, big wreck. On the backstretch, caution flag is out. Wow, we just saw a lot of trading paint right there. Here's a look at what happened. We were side by side between Gill and Nudie in turns 1 and 2, and the two started to beat and bang, trading some paint. And then, if you rewind here, right here we see Gill gets loose, and that slides him up the track into Nudie. That's going to send Nudie sideways. And this is just going to create just a big wreck right here. See Devin Buccino getting involved. Colin Williams, man, a lot of fast drivers getting involved in that recent incident. I was not expecting that to happen. That was crazy. We see a lot of some of our front runners coming into the pits now. Cameron Austin is coming out of the pits. Logan Hagerman, Michael Provol, Eddie Morris, Zachary Cox. They all should have fresh tires now. Like Mark Shaver said earlier, if there was a caution late, then Cameron Austin would be fast. Well, Cameron Austin got his wish. He's got the fresh tires now, and he should be able to see him work his way up through the field and potentially get the win here tonight. Michael Lawrence says, this changes everything. Indeed, it does. We saw a lot of our front runners got involved in that, so we kind of have a new top 5. We see Cody Moore sitting in first, Stephen Black now in second, Will Witt is in third, Joe Wright in that 4th place spot. Surprisingly, Brian Nudie is still in the 5th place spot, but Brian Nudie's nose has been completely ripped off after the incident. We saw with Cody Moore having that nose off definitely will slow you down. Nudie maybe hoping for another caution so he can come in and use that fast repair. Unless he may have accidentally already used it, which would definitely be unfortunate. So here's a look at the current pit strategy that we've seen here. Cody Moore on 28 lap tires, Stephen Black on 14, Will Witt on 13, Joe Wright on 27, and Brian Nudie on 28. So right now, of the top 5, Black and Witt are going to be the ones to watch out for. But I'm telling you, the two drivers you're going to really need to watch out for in this final shootout are going to be Colin Williams and Cameron Austin. Both of them have fresh tires, and they should be fly through the field very, very fast here. This is going to be a wild shootout finish right here. Lights are off on the pace car. We are getting ready to go back green here. All right, Cody Moore restarting on the bottom. Stephen Black restarting on the top. Behind them, it's Will Witt and Joe Wright. Mark Shaver says Black with 14 lap newer tires. Yeah, I mean, I definitely think that's going to make a difference for Stephen Black. I think Black is definitely going to get a top 5 here tonight, but I'm telling you, watch out for Cameron Austin. Watch out for Colin Williams, both of them with the fresh tires. Green flag is back out there. We see Cody Moore taking off. He is able to get clear of Stephen Black, but Stephen Black staying right on the back bumper of Cody Moore. Stephen takes a look down low under Cody Moore as we head into turns 1 and 2. We see Stephen about to the rear quarter panel. He falls back in line behind Cody Moore. And oh no, another caution flag is out. You know what they say, cautions breed cautions. We are definitely seeing that come into play here tonight. Another caution flag is out. It's now time for the Marco's Pizza Wreckage Rewind. And right now, looks like Brian Merle Jr. has crashed and Kyle Mays has crashed. Take a look at what happened here. So we see we're side by side between Bobby Mays and Brian Merle Jr. So we see Brian Merle Jr. all over the back bumper of the 55. Looks like he tries to take it 3 wide here. And he comes up the track a little bit. That doesn't end well. That's going to send Kyle Mays around. Man, that is definitely unfortunate right there. So we didn't really have too much of a green flag run to see some of our drivers with fresher tires work their way up to the field. So now they're just going to have a shorter amount of time to try to work their way up the field. I'm telling you, just continue to watch out for Cameron Austin and Colin Willems, both of them on way fresher tires compared to the rest of the field. And also, I think on this next restart, we should see Stephen Black get. He is probably going to be able to get by Cody Moore for that first place spot. We do want to take one more time to thank our sponsor for tonight's event, Dev's Sports Cards. Dev's Sports Cards was established in 2013 by SCSRA driver and Neon Racing team owner Devin Buccino. Dev's Sports Cards specializes in all your sports cards and gaming cards needs, from football, baseball, and basketball cards to Pokemon. Dev's Sports Cards sells it all. On their eBay store, you can find a wide variety of items from high-end sports cards to their weekly 99-cent starting bid 7-day auctions. Don't have time to sell your own cards? Reach out to Devin and ask about his consignment services. Simply package them up, ship them out, and Devin will get them listed, sold, and then you get paid. Dev Sports Cards can be found on eBay with over 4,000 plus positive feedback. You can also find Dev Sports Cards on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Dev Sports Cards is a proud sponsor of the SCSRA series and Cody and Intensity Broadcasting. So you heard the ad, folks. If you are big into sports cards and you want to either buy your own sports cards or sell some of your sports cards, Dev Sports Cards is definitely the place to go. Make sure to go and visit, like I said, their eBay, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I know right now NFL and NBA cards are pretty hot right now, so go pick up some of the top prospects and some of the top players at Dev Sports Cards. Cody Moore restarting on the bottom. Stephen Black restarting on the top here. Looks like we're going to have an 11-lap shootout to decide who wins this thing. Pace car is in. Green flag is out. Here, there we see Cody Moore taking off. He is able to get clear of Stephen Black side by side for second between Black and Will Witt. We see Will Witt able to get to the rear quarter panel on that 98 machine. They're side by side here coming into turns 1 and 2. And oh no, we see a car's around. That's Zachary Cox. Cox is into the inside wall. And that is going to bring out now our Wreckage Rewind. Here's a look at what happened. We see Cameron Austin gets a little bit squirrely, a little bit loose, heading into turn number 1. And it looked like he was going to save it, but he keeps getting loose. And then, actually, this had nothing to do with Cameron Austin. We just see 51 car gets sideways off of turn number 2, and Cox just goes straight around and straight into the inside wall. Man. Definitely unfortunate there for Cox. Now we are just going to rack them, restack them, and get ready to go back green here. Mark Shaver says, watch the 31. Blake Hensley definitely does have fresh tires. He's got a nice, clean car. He is sitting in that 16th spot, however. But I agree. Right now, Blake Hensley is in a pretty good position to maybe get a top 10 or top 5 here tonight. Maybe even a win if the cards play right for him. Oh, and the wreck. So it looks like we were side by side between Kyle Mays and Blake Hensley here. And Hensley comes down the track, clips the right rear of Devin Buccino, and this is just going to create this huge pileup on the front stretch. I did not realize this happened. I was watching what happened to Zachary Cox. I don't know if maybe Hensley got a little bit loose there on the start, but he slid down the track into Buccino. So there was really 2 separate incidents. Thanks for pointing that out, Mark. I did not see that. So it looks like we're going to have another shootout here. Continue to watch out for Colin Willems and Cameron Austin. Ha! No kidding. So we got a report here from Mark Shavers that says Race Chat said dog jumped into his lap. That is a first. So it looks like the reason why Hensley got a little bit loose there on the start and came down into Devin Buccino was because his dog jumped into his lap. You heard it here first, folks. Looks like people's dogs are now playing key factors into tonight's event. If you're racing and watching right now, please make sure to keep your dog away from your rig, or it may cause some issues. Pace car is in. Green flag is back out here, and there we see Cody Moore taking off. He is able to get clear of Stephen Black, but Stephen Black taking a look down low under Moore as we head into 1 and 2. We see Black side by side with Moore here in 1 and 2. You see Stephen to about the number on Cody Moore. So that's about the door. Stephen to about the rear quarter panel coming off of turn number 4, but still we see Cody Moore in that first place spot. But Stephen Black not letting Moore get away here. Stephen Black continuing to look high, look low, just trying to set up that pass. Stephen Black trying to diamond the corners, trying to get better run off here to maybe get under Cody Moore. 3 laps to go now for the 52 machine. Can he seal up his victory? Or does Stephen Black have something to say about it? There we see Black taking another shot down low under Cody Moore as we head into 3 and 4. Black turn around the rear quarter panel of the 52. Two to go now for Cody Moore. All right. Coming to the white flag here at Richmond Raceway. We got a tight battle for the first place spot between Cody Moore and Stephen Black. Final lap caution comes out. The race will end. We see Black taking a shot down low into turns 1 and 2, trying to get to the rear quarter panel of the 52. It's not successful. Will we see Black try to do a bump and run here as we head into 3 and 4? Stephen Black right on the back bumper of Cody Moore. No, Cody Moore will win tonight's event here at Richmond Raceway. What a race for the 52. Stephen Black ends up finishing second. Colin Williams was able to get by Will Witt for that third place spot. Wow. Michael Lawrence says, boo, Cody. I will say right now, Cody Moore Nation is on their feet. Fans getting excited for Cody Moore's 4th win of the season, and he will win the first race in the chase. This should definitely help him in the point stand in the chase. There we go. We see Cody Moore doing his burnout. Setting it up. We do see your 3rd place finisher, Colin Willems, into the waiting room. So we will go ahead and pull him in. All right, here we go. Colin, this is Atlee in the broadcast booth. Do you have a copy?
I got you, Allie.
Awesome. Well, what a race for you. I know you were one of our biggest movers of the race after starting 11th. We didn't say your name too much, but that seemed to be a good thing here at Richmond Raceway. We did see a lot of incidents. You were just able to avoid a lot of them and stay up in the top 10. And then we saw that last, I believe it was 2 cautions before the finish there. You came in along with Cameron Austin and a few others to take tires, and I thought, with those fresh tires and everybody else was a little bit older, y'all were going to be able to work your way up to the field the first, but still, 3rd place, awesome finish for you to hear tonight. What was your take on tonight's event?
Yeah, that last one I got caught up when was a little unfortunate. I only came in for the faster pair. I did not have a set of tires left. I wish I did. But fortunate for the faster pair there, was able to get a top 3 at a track I'm not super comfortable at. So, I'm not going to scoff at a top 3. Ever, really. So really happy to get it done in 3rd here at Richmond.
Now, tires were very played a big role in tonight's event. How are your tires feeling there at the end?
They felt great. I was doing my best just to kind of ride behind the guy that was in front of me on those longer runs and just try to save. But the cautions kind of fell at times where saving didn't really benefit too much. So, I'm happy with the way the race went overall, and the car I think handled well. The first stint I was starting to get pretty tight towards the end, but made an adjustment to my entry and exit for the rest of the race that seemed to make a really big difference.
Awesome. Well, before we let you go, Colin, is there any sponsors or shout outs?
Absolutely. Always got to thank my beautiful wife, Cassie, for watching and supporting every week. I got to thank my teammates at YXU Racing, Isaiah Gill, Brian Nudie, Will Witt, Nick Mather. And, shout out, congrats to Cody for getting the big win. And, and Steven for second there was, I'm not going to lie, I was kind of hoping they might have had a little, bumping and rubbing there towards the end. I might have been able to capitalize, but, here's what it is. I'll take 3rd. Thanks.
Well, again, congratulations on the podium finish here tonight. Colin, have a great rest of your night.
Thanks, you too, bud.
Yep, thank you. All right, let's now pull in your 3rd place finisher, your 2nd place finisher, Stephen Black. Stephen, this is Atlee in the broadcast booth. Do you have a copy? Stephen, this is Atlee in the broadcast booth. Do you have a copy? Looks like we can't get Stephen Black here. We'll pull him back into the waiting room and see if we can get him back. Stephen, this is Atlee in the broadcast booth. Do you have a copy?
I got you, Atlee.
Awesome. Well, what a race for you here tonight. I know you started in that 2nd place spot, and we saw Blake. He went around. He spun on the first lap, and you were able to capitalize on that, and you got up to that 1st place spot, and you stayed there for a lot of tonight's event until we saw Gil was able to get by you, and you couldn't really get quite back to that 1st place spot. We saw you were running in 2nd there at the end, right on Cody's back bumper, and I was wondering if you were maybe going to try to do a bump and run or something there at the end, but you kept it clean and still ended up coming out with a podium finish here tonight. What was your take on tonight's event?
It was really hard to pass. I I wasn't going to give Cody a bump at all because I'm not a playoff driver. But I think any other race, I think I would have tried something. But if I wasn't going to pass him clean, I wasn't going to pass him at all. So
I got you. Now, we did see a little bit of pitch strategy come into play. Kind of explain this. What was your pitch strategy here tonight?
I was going to just try to run to the halfway point, basically, and then until I took the first set of tires, and then I hit their lap 100, I think, because I kind of figured we might go green, and it was kind of getting too late to pit. And I didn't really know we were going to have another long run like we did at the beginning, but I suppose it played out pretty well.
Gotcha. Well, before we let you go, Steven, is there any sponsors or shout-outs?
Yeah, shout out to Blake for out qualifying me tonight, and then looping it by himself. That was pretty entertaining to watch. But shout out to you guys for always broadcasting over at Intensity, and shout out to Brian and Sylvan for running the league and everyone that shows up every week.
Awesome. Well, again, congratulations on the runner-up finish here tonight, Steven. Have a great rest of your night.
Thank you.
No problem. And now it's time to pull in your winner from Cincinnati, Ohio. It's Cody Moore. Cody, this is Atlee in the broadcast booth. Do you have a copy?
I got you, buddy.
Awesome. Well, you are the winner here at Richmond Raceway here tonight. I know you started in that 8th place spot, and we really didn't say your name too much until about the final 30 or 25 laps, where you had a good pitch strategy and you had a little bit fresher tires compared to the rest of the field at one point, and you were able to work your way up to that 5th place spot. And then we saw the rest of the field come in, but they weren't able to get up to you, and you were able to hold them off, especially Steven Black. You were able to hold them off very well and ended up capturing your 4th win of the season and first in the chase. I mean, how does it feel?
It feels great. I'm a little surprised. I definitely owe Steven a big thank you. If he was in the playoffs, I wouldn't have won that race. He could have definitely laid the bumper to me or been more aggressive, but he raced me clean, and it was a lot of fun. But yeah, I put it on the qualified 8th, kind of got in a rhythm, and I was kind of tracking down Isaiah there, and unfortunately I got caught up in Junior's wreck there. I had nowhere to go, so I just kind of nose dived into him, T-boned him, and my fast repair didn't work. So the whole second stint or whatever there, I didn't have a car, so I started dropping back, and then luckily the caution came out. I could go in and get a fast repair and a new set of tires, and yeah, the cautions just kept coming at the end there, so I was able to hold on for the win.
Now, Richmond has been a notoriously difficult track, and a lot of people were complaining about the cars getting loose. I mean, what does it take to do well here at Richmond?
I think it's just patience. I think if you get a little too quick to the throttle here, it really makes you pay by getting your car tight. So I was real careful to make it, let it roll through the center there, kind of inner end, arcing high. And I just kind of focused on that all race, and the speed just sort of came to me.
Awesome. Well, before we let you go, Cody, is there any sponsors or shout-outs?
Of course. First off, I want to thank my beautiful wife, Maggie, for letting me do this. My 2 kids, Papa Moore watching at home, anyone else that's watching, my teammates at YXU Racing, Gil for doing what Gil does and taking out half the field, Colin Willems, Brian Nudie, Will Witt, again, Stephen Black for the paint and giving me a break there, Michael Falk Designs, Intensity Broadcasting, everyone at the Logan and Cody show, everyone at Sloppy Seconds with Brian Nudie. I'm sure I'm forgetting people, but just everyone at the league, and especially you, Atlee, for doing another awesome broadcast and killing it as you always do.
Well, I appreciate the kind words there, Cody, and he had one awesome race here tonight at Richmond, and hopefully he might get a couple more here in the chase.
We got Mid-Ohio next week.
Well, isn't that your home track?
Home track. Let's go!
Well, I will be expecting to talk to you again next week. Have a great rest of your night, Cody.
Take care, bud.
Yep, you too. Well, that is going to do it for tonight's event. One more time, congratulations to Cody Moore for getting tonight's win. I want to thank everyone for tuning in to watch the broadcast here tonight. Make sure to like, follow, and subscribe to Intensity Broadcasting on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook, as it would be greatly appreciated. We're trying to reach our goals of 2,500 followers on Facebook and 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Check out our Twitter, Intensity Broad 1. We are always dropping polls, and it's a fun time on Twitter. Make sure to check us out. And then also make sure to visit us at our merchandise store, intensitybroadcasting.com. We have shirts, hats, stickers, posters, mouse pads, mugs, and it has our logos on them and some of our amazing leagues that we broadcast logo on them as well. So make sure to go visit our merchandise store, go pick you up some merch. I'm Matt Liatman-Weist on behalf of the entire Intensity Broadcasting team. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Over and out.